Good afternoon, Jae Wu here on behalf of Moms LA, getting ready to interview Kerri Walsh Jennings, three-time Olympic gold medalist for women's beach volleyball. So exciting that you do for yourself that you feel has helped you the most.
Mentally, I think the most important thing is mindset.
Yeah.
I really believe that it's not, this quote has been with me for 2 years now. It's not the weight you carry, it's the way you carry it. And we all have struggles. We all have a lot of challenges in life. We have great things in life. And if we carry it like this, we're going to feel like this. But if we carry it like this and we keep our head up and we talk to ourselves in a way like, I got this, I just hit a rough spot, I got this, you're going to be okay. And so I think mentally having that strength or that awareness, the mindfulness to talk to yourself in a positive way, I think everything is overcomable. And that's huge.
Well, women obviously are busy these days more than ever before. What advice would you give to a working, busy mom to take time for herself?
I think that, especially these days, but I think when things get so busy in life, our tendency is to isolate. And just, I think women, a lot of my friends are type A. I'm very type A. I can do this on myself. I don't need help. But that's not healthy, and that's not the way I think life was meant to be lived. And so I think surrounding yourselves by people who you can lean on and you're comfortable being vulnerable around is really important, especially as women. There's such a great community of strong girls and women out there, but we have to tap into it. It's up to us. No one's going to come knock on your door and drag your butt out of the house. You got to ask for help. You have to accept help. And that's one of the first things I learned about motherhood. And that's why I'm really proud to be here today with Tampax, because it's about the people you surround yourselves by. And I was working with these 16-year-old girls today, and you can tell that they're shy and all these things, and it's like there's so much strength in your little group. Like, surround yourselves by people who are great, and this is an opportunity. Like, seize it. Don't be afraid to be silly. And that's something that's really hard for every human being. But I think as little girls and even women, it's always hard to be vulnerable and to put yourself out there. But like today, you just got out there and you jumped in and you're in it and you're a stud. If you're timid in life, you're not gonna live life. And so I'm just proud to be here today, because it's about embracing being awesomely active and just being awesome in general and surrounding yourself by like-minded people. And I think that's huge in life.
And I think that's got to be challenging when you're a teenage girl and you're with your idol, and there's so many young athletes that look up to you. What would you say for them, kind of like what you just said now, is some advice you would give to them as they're training to be a young athlete and a woman in this arena? What kind of advice would you give to them?
I think the number one thing is to not compare yourself to other people. And that's something I think that comes with maturity, because at some point you're just like, I'm not her. I'm not going to be her. I'm giving up. And I struggle with that every day. I see beautiful women everywhere, and I'm like, I would love to look like that. But I'm not. This is what God gave me. This is what I have, and I need to make the most of it. But in my career, at some point, it was a huge turning point in my career when I stopped, comparing myself to somebody else. I was able to focus on myself, and I grew by leaps and bounds. So it was amazing.
You're so amazing. I mean, you're that's spot on. I mean, that's exactly what people need to hear right now. I mean, especially younger. I mean, you're so centered. You're so well grounded.
Well, it doesn't mean it's easy, right? I mean, I try
Amen.
to do these things, and every day I have to remind myself, don't compare. And that's really, but my mom led by example. She lived that way. She still does. And I'm surrounded by amazing women, and I know the inner critic in her head is always stronger than everyone who's saying all these nice things about you, and that's our problem.
Yes.
And so I've done a lot of work. To win a gold medal, you have to have an inner cheerleader, not a critic, And so I want to be the best mommy I can be. I want to be the best woman I can be. And so taking all the things I'm applying on the court to off the court has made a big difference. And it's harder off the court than it is on the court. But, talking out loud and talking to another woman who can resonate with, and we all believe in the same things. It's just a matter of just doing it, I guess.
Well, I think remembering those things, remembering
Yes.
what's important, and
Yeah.
to breathe, and it's not about the breaths you take, it's the moments that take your breath away, and just
Yeah.
stopping, right? And
Yes.
smelling the
Being
roses.
mindful of that, yeah,
Mindfulness,
absolutely. Today's
yeah.
a beautiful day, and it was so fun for me, and I just wanted to do great. And sometimes I just put my head down and go, but if you stop for a second, you're like, this is pretty rad. And then it just kind of sits with you, and then you'll have that memory instead of just rushing through, and you're like, I don't know what happened, it was a blur. But this is great. And so, yeah, that
Especially with
breath is
babies.
huge. Especially with
Especially with babies.
golly,
It goes by so
it's on fast forward.
fast. I
Yeah,
know.
it really is.
So embrace them, embrace
Yes.
yourself. We embrace you. You're
Thank you.
amazing.
I feel it, which is really
Yeah,
nice.
I know. Well, it's
Today
pretty
was good to make me
exciting.
go. Everyone has been so kind, and I'm really grateful to be
Well,
here.
it's what you put out too, though, and
Yeah, I
that's
think so.
and that's what mirrors back to you. You know. So thank you again, Kerri.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. This has been an amazing afternoon and a lifelong dream to be with Kerri Walsh Jennings.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.